Hey everyone, greetings and welcome to the Sports Radar YouTube channel. We're starting a new series. In this video series, we'll take a detailed look at the stories of derbies in world football, the rivalries between teams, and the reasons behind these rivalries. You'll see derbies from every league in this series. Today, we'll be looking at the rivalry between Barcelona and Real Madrid. To support the continuation of the series, please take a short time to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Now, let's get to the video. Enjoy watching.
Okay, I want you to imagine a football match where the grass isn't just a pitch, but a battlefield, where a goal isn't just a point, but a political statement, and where a trophy is a symbol of either survival or total dominance. Welcome to our new series, where we strip away the jerseys and get into the raw, often uncomfortable history behind the world's greatest rivalries. And our journey starts today in Spain with El Clásico.
So, you think this is all about Messi versus Ronaldo? Or the crazy money these two giant clubs have? You couldn't be more wrong. This rivalry, it goes so much deeper than anything you'll see on your screen.
Because this isn't just a sport. It's a 100-year-old Cold War fought on grass, one that has seen blood, exile, and the heavy shadow of a dictatorship. This is the story of a scar that runs right through the soul of an entire nation.
At its heart, the tension between FC Barcelona and Real Madrid represents a fundamental fracture in Spain itself. It's a clash between the center that demands control and, well, the periphery that wants to break away.
To really get Barcelona, you have to understand this phrase, Més que un club, or more than a club. And listen, this isn't some clever marketing fluff. For them, it was a necessity. For decades, under authoritarian rule, the Catalan language was banned, their flag was suppressed. The only place thousands of Catalans could safely gather and express their identity was inside their stadium, the Camp Nou. Supporting the club became a quiet act of rebellion. And this slide, right here, lays the two sides bare. On one side, you've got Barcelona, the embodiment of Catalan identity, of rebellion, of the periphery. And on the other, Real Madrid, the symbol of Spanish unity, the capital and the crown. You see, this is a rivalry of ideas, just as much as it is a rivalry of football.
Okay, so this existing tension, it just erupted into an open flame during the really dark years of the Spanish Civil War and the dictatorship of Francisco Franco. This is where the rivalry was truly forged, in blood and in ideology.
This timeline really tells you everything. 1936, the war starts, and the president of FC Barcelona, Josep Sunyol, is executed by Franco's forces. Now, he wasn't killed for football. He was a politician, killed for his pro-Catalan politics. But in the eyes of the fans, his death turned the club into a martyr. The stage was set for every single match to become a proxy war. I mean, just think about this for a second. The leaders of these two clubs had literally fought on opposite sides of a brutal, bloody civil war. Sunyol became a martyr for Catalan independence, while Real Madrid's legendary president, Santiago Bernabéu, actually fought for Franco's nationalists. Politics isn't just in this rivalry, it is the very oxygen it breathes.
And that brings us to this number, 11-1. This isn't just some old scoreline. It's one of the most controversial, most argued about results in the history of football, from a cup match back in 1943 named after the dictator himself.
So get this. Barcelona had won the first leg of the matchup 3-0, but before the second leg, it's alleged that the director of state security walked into the Barcelona locker room and sort of reminded the players of the regime's generosity in even allowing them to play at all. This alleged threat is the raw nerve ending of the entire rivalry. It's why, even today, every single refereeing decision is seen through a lens of conspiracy.
And here you can see the two completely irreconcilable realities. For fans of Madrid, it was a moment of pure sporting excellence, a historic, incredible thrashing. But for Barcelona supporters, it was a state-sponsored robbery, a result that was literally secured at gunpoint. It's the exact same match, just viewed through two completely different worlds.
All right, so the political fire is burning. Now let's see how all that tension spilled over into the transfer market, creating these legendary controversies that basically defined the whole 20th century.
And this was the heist of the century. Back in the 1950s, both clubs claimed to have signed the Argentinian superstar Alfredo Di Stéfano. After a totally bizarre intervention from the Spanish Federation, Barcelona backed out. Some say they were pressured into it. Di Stéfano went to Madrid and built a dynasty, cementing Real's image as de-establishment and casting Barcelona as the oppressed, artistic underdog.
Now, let's fast forward to the year 2000. The world's best player and Barcelona's beloved captain, Luis Figo, moves directly to Real Madrid. In the eyes of Barcelona fans, this wasn't just a transfer, it was an act of treason. It was a defection. And the response from the fans was, well, it was visceral. On his first game back at the Camp Nou, a pig's head was thrown at him from the stands. It was this raw, shocking symbol of a deep, primal hatred that goes way beyond logic, proving that in this derby, there is absolutely no such thing as just business.
So, after all of this history, the politics, the betrayals, the blood, how in the world does a century of conflict echo on the pitch today?
Well, these historical narratives directly shape how the clubs see themselves, even now. Madrid's fans, they see their success as a product of pure, relentless ambition, and they argue that Barcelona just uses oppression as an excuse for their failures. Meanwhile, Barcelona's fans truly believe they fight for a unique identity, and that Madrid's success was basically built on establishment power.
And yeah, while the context has definitely modernized the underlying conflict, it remains exactly the same. The battle has moved from the trenches of the Civil War to the global stage of sponsorships and social media, but believe me, the soul of this rivalry hasn't changed one bit.
So, at the end of the day, after 100 years of all this, every single match still asks this one fundamental question. Whose side are you on? The crown or the revolution? The grandeur of that white shirt or the defiance of Barcelona's blue and garnet? It's a rivalry that holds a mirror up to a nation's complicated past, and it shows no signs of cracking.